اينشتاين بيقول التعليم مفهوش ملل، حط نفسك مكاني هتفقد الامل. ملينا المدرسه ونظام صب وكب، شرح طول الوقت عمل لنا دروب. يا استاذنا عقلي مش سبونج بوب، يشرب المعلومه وبعديها يكب. هنا في نوسكول طلعنا من الدروب، لعب مرح تفاعلات هتعجبك يا بوب.
نوسكول أكاديمي. Simply learn different.
Good morning, my dear students, and how are you today? I hope everybody's good whenever you are, wherever you are. It's your time to rise and shine like a star, because this is the time to learn English together with English in mind, when you can have a lot of fun. Welcome back to school one more time. Our today's lesson is going to be grammar, and today we're going to speak about why, how, who, when, what, and where, and also we are going to add which and that. So we are going to speak about relative clause today. You know, when we speak about the past time, the present time, the future time, it's a grammar time. So English grammar to write, you just might like it. When you grow successful from learning grammar, this is how you feel about yourself. You feel very confident and like nobody can talk to you because you have passed the grammar test. احنا جامدين جدا. I know. So right now, let's go and work together. But let me tell you something. Before something great happens, everything falls apart. So let's make great things together and get our tools needed. You know exactly what I want from you. Your pen and pencil, a dictionary, a laptop or a computer if you don't have, and of course, a notebook to take some notes when we're studying grammar together. Let's see our objectives for today's lesson. At the end of this lesson, all students must be able to define new vocabulary and distinguish relative clause. And of course, we're going to improve our listening skills, as it's one of the greatest skills in English language, to speak English like native speaker. And let's see our keywords for today's lesson to make it easy for us to go through the lesson. Of course, we're going to study first, related to the grammar, the relative clause word, which is who, when, how, where, what, which, and that, whose. And we have other words when we are listening today. Is going to be equipment, refer, teenage, outdoor, indoor. So all these words and more we are going to study together with English in mind, when you can have a lot of fun. So where something happened, like where do you study English? Who do you study English with? When is your English course? Which subject do you like, English or French? That's the relative clause. Okay, so before I start, as always, I would like you to have a cup of coffee, relax, scan the QR code in front of you on the screen, watch this video about relative clause, try to elicit the target language, and you know what I need from you. And focus in the video and all details, because when you get back to me again, I will give you a test in order to do it. And of course, to make sure that you have understood and watch the videos that I have given to you. So I would like you now, all students, to scan the QR code in front of you and watch this video. Focus more. I will be here waiting for you. Take care of yourself and bye for now. Welcome back again, my dear students. Well, have you seen the video? Okay, it's time for quiz. Okay, yes, it's time for quiz as always. So I would like you to scan the QR code and do this little quiz. By this way only, I will be able to understand if you have understood the video and if you have seen the video already, or you're doing something else. So by this way, I will know everything about you. So I want you to scan the QR code in front of you and do this little quiz and get back to me again. Well, take care of yourself. Do the test, waiting for you. Bye. Welcome back again, my dear students. How was the quiz? Is it easy? Okay, let me tell you something. Relative clause, this is one of the easiest grammar rules that we're going to have ever. Relative clause or relative pronoun, it has some words to speak about, and each word to describe something. Like for example, I have who, which, whose, that, where, and when. Who is to speak about people. It's used to refer for people. When I ask you a question, for example, who do you go to the club with? Who do you go to the club with? So of course I'm referring to people, like someone you go with. Which, okay, which something do you like more? Which subject do you want to study? Which country do you want to visit? So which refers to animal, to objects, to ideas, and this kind of thing. Whose, it's a possession. Possession means something you have, something you own. Like when I say, whose car is that? Whose pen is that? It's my pen, it's your pen, it's his pen, and so on. That. That also, it's referred to people, animals, and object. Like for example, that's what I'm talking about. That is a person which I told you about. This is a place that I want to go to. Where, of course, asking about places. All of you know this, like where something happened. Where do you study English? Where do you go on holiday? When, it refers to a time. But what is the difference between when and what time? If I ask you, for example, when is your English course, or what time is your English course? So what is the difference between this and that? Okay, when is your English course? The answer is going to be like in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, on Sunday, on Monday, and so on. But what time is your English course? So you have to give me a specific time. So my English course is on Friday at 6 o'clock. So this is a specific time. This is the first thing I would like to tell you about the relative clause. After that, I will give you some examples in order for you to be able to understand more. Also, relative clause used to connect two sentences. Like for example, let's speak about who as first. So who refers to people, as we said. Okay, so when I say Magdi Yaoub is a professional doctor, this is a sentence, right? Okay, Magdi Yaoub won the Nobel Prize. So how many sentences do we have here? Two sentences. Number one, Magdi Yaoub is a professional doctor. Number two, Magdi Yaoub won the Nobel Prize. Okay, so two sentences, but I'm talking about the same person, which is Dr. Magdi Yaoub. So I would like now to connect these two sentences together. Like Dr. Magdi Yaoub is a professional doctor, and I'm talking about a man, so I'm going to connect these sentences by who. So Dr. Magdi Yaoub is a professional doctor who won the Nobel Prize. So who, because I'm talking about man. Okay, now let's see which together. Okay, when I tell you something, for example, this is a movie, this is my favorite movie. This is the movie which I like the most because it's my favorite movie. So this is the movie which I like the most. Yesterday I went to the zoo and I saw the animals, the lions, which I like the most. Okay, so this is how to connect the two sentences together using which. It can connect like something refers to animal or an object or an idea. Whose, I will have to go back to the same examples I gave it to you. Dr. Magdi Yaoub is a professional doctor. Dr. Magdi Yaoub has a red car. So right now I'm talking about the car for Dr. Magdi Yaoub. So Dr. Magdi Yaoub is a professional doctor whose car is red. So now the car, the red car, belongs to him. So I connected the two sentences together using whose. Okay, that it can be used like which. Okay, let me give you more examples. This is the first sentence. New York is a city. New York never sleeps. Okay, so never sleeps here, it doesn't mean to go to bed. No, New York like never sleeps, it means the people 24 hours are in the street and the clothes are open, the shops and the malls and everything like that, because this is like a trading center in America. So New York is a big city. New York never sleeps. If I would like to connect these two sentences together, how to connect them. Okay, New York is the city which never sleeps, or I can say that never sleeps. Okay, but if I'm talking about the New York as a place, in the first sentence, New York is a city, New York never sleeps. Here I'm talking about something in New York. I'm not talking about New York as a place itself or something happened in this place. So New York is a city which never sleeps, or that never sleeps. But let me give you another example. Like now I'm going to make New York as a place that I have done something on it. When I tell you New York is a city, the first sentence. Second sentence, I studied English in New York. So we have two sentences here. So New York is a city where I studied English before. Now I'm talking about New York as a city, as a place that I have done something on it. Okay, so I connected the two sentences using where. Let's see the last one, which is when. When to speak about time. When I say, for example, I like 23rd August. 23rd August is my birthday. So I have to connect these two sentences together. So I like 23rd August when it's my birthday. Or 23rd August, this is the day I like the most when it was my birthday and all my friends surprised me and brought me a very expensive gift. Do you know the girl? Do you know the girl who started in grade 7 last week? Now I'm talking about the girl as she did something. So the connection between these two sentences is who. Can I have the pencil? I'm talking about the pencil. So I'm talking about object. So that I gave you this morning, or I can say also which I gave you this morning. So I gave you a pencil. I'm talking about the pencil right now. So can I have the pencil that I gave you this morning? Number 3, a notebook is a computer which can be carried around. Like a small notebook, it's a computer which can be carried around. Like it's kind of like a small laptop or an iPod or a tablet. So it's like a computer which can be carried around. I won't eat in a restaurant whose cooks smoke. Here, the restaurant, this is the place, but I'm not talking about the restaurant as a place. But who cooks in a restaurant? It is the cooks. So these cooks are heavy smoker. So I won't eat in a restaurant whose cooks smoke, because I don't smoke and I don't like the smell of the cigarettes. So I want to live in a place. Now I'm talking about a place, so where there is lots to do or a lot of fun to do. Yesterday was a day when everything went wrong. So two sentences. I'm talking about yesterday. It's a time, but not a specific time. So yesterday was a day when everything went wrong with me, unfortunately. Okay, so this is how to use the relative clause. So who used for people. The woman who called yesterday wants to buy the house. Yesterday a woman called me and she wanted to buy the house. So the woman who called yesterday wanted to buy the house. Which used for things and animal. Did you see the letter which came today? So today and a letter. Did you see the letter which came today? Whose, it's used for possessions, the something that you have. He's a man whose opinion is respect. So a man and his opinion respect. So whose opinion is respect. Or as you remember, Magdi Yaoub is a doctor whose car is red. This is what I can tell you about the relative clause. Right now, let's complete these sentences together. The young actor, space, was only 18 at the time, got the part by sending the director a video tape. So the young actor who was only 18 at that time. This is part of a reason for a huge success of the films Space were all made at the same time. Which were all made at the same time. Correct. He was also afraid of spending so much time away from home. In New Zealand, Space, the films were made. I'm talking about New Zealand as a place, so it's going to be where the films were made. Frodo, space, life changes when his uncle gives him a ring. So Frodo, what? Life changes when his uncle gave him a ring. It's somehow different from wands and the angels. So I'm talking about Frodo, but not as a man. So I'm talking about Frodo whose life changes because this life belongs to him. Frodo whose life changes when his uncle gave him a ring. So the rule is we use what to give extra information about people. Who? We use what to give extra information about things. Which or that. We use what to give extra information about places. Where. And the last thing, we use what to give extra information about possessions. It's whose. That's all I can tell you about the relative clause. And now let's study the article together. What is the article? أنا لو أعرف أقول لك على طول. Okay, let me tell you. The article, it's a, an, and the. Okay, so as always, I would like you to watch this video in order to understand by yourself the difference between a, an, and the, and get back to me again, and I will give you a quest to do it. So pay attention, focus, and see you soon. Bye. Welcome back again, my dear students. Well, how was the video? How was the article? Okay, did you notice like how people say, I have a friend? Notice here that the word friend is singular, so I have to use an article. The article a comes with the consonant sound, like friend, friend. It's consonant sound. The letter F, it gives a consonant sound, so we use the article a. But what if I say I have friends? Notice here that friends is plural, so I cannot use any article. But I can say I have some friends. Okay, so I have a friend, I have friends. I don't use any article. Okay, I have an apple. Notice here that the word apple gives a vowel sound, so I have to use the article an. So the article a with the consonant sound, the article an with the vowel sound. Also, sometimes you can know it from the letters. Okay, when you have like a, e, I, o, u, these vowel letters, you can use an, but any other letters from 21 letters, so you can use a. But let me tell you something, we have some exceptions as well. Like when I tell you there is space university in my city, so there is a university. Why? University starts with the letter U. It's a vowel letter. However, it gives a consonant sound. Notice the difference between umbrella, 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 but university, university, university. It's a different sound. So notice here also that the word uniform, it comes with a because it gives a consonant sound. I wear a uniform at school. Okay, I have a euro. It starts by e but also gives a consonant sound. Also, you have to notice the difference between hotel and hour. For example, I have an hour. However, the word hour started by the letter H and its consonant sound H. But I said an hour because the letter H here is silent, correct? So it gives a vowel sound, hour, hour. This is different from the word hotel. However, I have the letter H, but it's not silent, so I live in a hotel. Okay, so this is the difference between a and an article. Of course, there are a lot of details more, but this is what I have to tell you for the moment about the article. And let's go directly to the article that. That means like there is a definition about something. Like when I tell you, for example, give me a pen. So you might give me any pen, a red pen, a blue pen, a black pen, or anything like that. But if I tell you, give me the black pen, so you have to give me only the black one, because I add like a definition about that by the color or the size or the price or anything like that. It's called definite. Notice also that the article the comes with anything like it has only one thing, or it's definite by its nature. Like when I say look at the sky, or look at the sun, or the moon, all this thing is just one thing, so we cannot use a or an for this article. Okay, so let's complete these sentences with the, a, an, or nothing. Like some sentences, it doesn't need any article. Like when I say I play football, here I don't say a football, an football, the football. Okay, let's go to sentence number 1. Notice that I'm going to do 4 and you're going to continue with another 4. Okay, so I'd really like to be space archaeologist. It's a job. So start by the letter A and it gives a vowel sound, so it's going to be an archaeologist when I'm older. Number 2, have you seen space moon tonight? It's beautiful. Notice, correct, the moon. Number 3, I don't like space dogs. I don't like dogs. Yes, of course, from the sound, I don't like dogs. It doesn't need any article. Have you studied much for space test tomorrow? What test for tomorrow? So it's definite. Okay, so for the test tomorrow. Now I give you 1 minute to complete from 5 to 8. So he's bought space new computer. Have you heard him play space guitar? He's a fantastic. He's still in space bed. It's almost midday. I love space smell of spring. I would like you to continue this by yourself. So let's keep calm and let's hit our target for today's lesson. Scan the QR code and do this little test and get back to me again very soon. Take care of yourself. Bye. Welcome back again, my dear students. We are about to finish our lessons for today. Now it's time to listen. I would like you all to go back to page 20, exercise 3, speak and listen. Listen to this activity and answer questions. I will give you 2 minutes to finish this task and get back to me to end this lesson. And I will see you again very soon. Bye. Welcome back again, my dear students. We have reached the end of our lesson for today. Let's see the conclusion and what did we learn today together. We studied together the article, for example, a, an, the, and zero article. And also we studied the relative clause. For example, when I say who, whose, when, why, how, which, that, all these things. And also we studied some new vocabulary. I noticed that you have listened to them in the listening task. Like for example, equipment. Equipment. It is the thing you need when you're, for example, going hiking. So you need your bike, you need your bag, you need your bottle of water, your food, your drinks, your tent if you're going to camp. So this is equipment. And of course we studied the words for the relative clause like who and which. Before we say goodbye, I would like to give you the next lesson vocabulary in order to be easy for you to study, and when you come to me you will be well prepared. The next lesson vocab is going to be absence, return, screen, enthusiastic, science fiction, comedy, assistant, and own something. Right now we're finally done. Thank you so much, my dear students. You've done a great job for today's lesson. Well, take care of yourself and I hope to see you again very soon. Thank you so much and goodbye for now.
نتمنى من كل قلبنا الحصة تكون عجبتك، وبنقول لك ما تنساش تحل الكويز اللي في المصادر، وكمان تقيم الحصة تحت في التعليقات. منتظرينك في اللايف في حفظ الله.